In the modern world, peace of mind has become something many of us chase, but few truly experience. Surrounded by constant noise, pressure, and digital distractions, our minds are pulled in 1,000 directions. We juggle deadlines, messages, responsibilities, and in the process, we lose touch with something essential: stillness. The fast pace of life can make calm feel like a luxury, even a myth. Stress, anxiety, and mental fatigue become the norm. But what if peace isn't something we have to escape to, but something we can cultivate from within? For thousands of years, Buddhist teachings have offered simple yet powerful tools for transforming the mind. Far from being abstract philosophy, these teachings provide practical ways to find clarity, presence, and calm, even in the middle of chaos. They teach us that inner peace isn't about controlling the outside world, but about mastering how we relate to it. In this article, we'll explore 3 timeless principles from Buddhist wisdom that can help you quiet the noise, regain mental clarity, and reconnect with a more peaceful, purposeful way of living. The breath is not just a biological function, it is the first, most intimate, and most accessible doorway to a calm and focused mind. Often overlooked because of its quiet constancy, the breath is always with us, flowing gently, silently, asking for nothing, yet offering everything. Within it lies a powerful medicine, mindful breathing, that helps us soften the mind, ease the body, and return to the present moment. Mindful breathing is not about forcing the breath or making it perfect. It is about becoming aware, gently and without judgment, of each inhale and exhale as it rises and falls like a wave. It is about experiencing the breath fully, allowing it to bring you back from distraction and into presence. As you breathe in, you might feel the air cooling your nostrils, expanding your lungs, lifting your chest. As you breathe out, you are not simply releasing air, you are releasing tension, loosening the grip of stress, and allowing noise to dissolve. The Buddha once said, "Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile." This is not just poetic, it is deeply practical. Each conscious breath creates space. Space between thought and reaction. Space between anxiety and calm. Space between who we are in this moment and who we are becoming. And this space is where healing begins. You don't need silence or a meditation cushion to practice this. You can breathe mindfully while washing dishes, waiting for the elevator, sitting in traffic, or standing in line. You can bring awareness to the breath during difficult conversations, moments of doubt, or the quiet in-between. Try it now. Gently close your eyes, inhale slowly through the nose, and feel your body rise. Hold for a brief second. Then exhale through your mouth with ease, allowing your shoulders to soften. With each breath, notice how your body responds. Maybe the tightness in your chest loosens. Maybe your heartbeat slows. Maybe your thoughts begin to settle. Mindful breathing is not just a relaxation technique, it is a reminder that you have the power to return to yourself at any time. You do not need to react to every thought or feeling. You can pause. You can breathe. And in that pause, you reclaim your presence. Over time, this small act becomes a path. Not just a technique, but a way of being. With each breath, you are reminded, peace was never far. It was simply hidden beneath the noise. In today's fast-moving world, distractions are not rare interruptions. They are the very fabric of our daily lives. Notifications ping from every direction, inboxes fill with messages demanding responses, and our minds overflow with unfinished to-do lists, racing thoughts, and imagined scenarios that haven't even happened yet. We live in a constant state of cognitive noise, pulled away from the present moment by an endless stream of external triggers and internal dialogues. The result? A scattered mind, a restless heart, and a life that feels increasingly out of alignment with what truly matters. Yet amidst this noise, the Buddha offers a timeless teaching, A reminder that clarity is not something we find outside of ourselves, but something we uncover when we remove what is in the way. One powerful story from the Buddhist tradition illustrates this truth. A young disciple, eager to learn the secret of focus, approached the Buddha for guidance. The Buddha handed him a bowl filled to the brim with water and instructed him to walk through a busy, crowded marketplace without spilling a single drop. The disciple returned some time later, bowl still full, not a single drop lost. The Buddha asked him, "What did you see along the way?" The disciple responded, "I saw nothing but the water. My focus was complete." This story holds a simple but profound truth. When our attention is fully committed to one thing, distractions fall away not by force, but by the natural clarity that comes with undivided presence. The bowl of water becomes a metaphor for our consciousness, and the lesson is clear. We don't have to silence the world. We simply have to choose what we give our attention to. Letting go of distractions does not mean rejecting the world or isolating ourselves. It means consciously identifying what pulls us away from peace. Social media that drains our energy, clutter that clouds our mental space, repetitive self-talk that fuels self-doubt, and making space for what nourishes clarity, calm, and focus. It means creating intentional boundaries around our time, our environment, and most importantly, our thoughts. You can begin small. Turn off notifications for just 1 hour. Clear your desk before starting a meaningful task. Take 3 deep breaths before opening a message. Gently notice when your attention drifts, and without judgment, bring it back, just as you would return a wandering child to safety. With continued practice, the act of letting go becomes less about sacrifice and more about freedom. You begin to see that every distraction you release is not a loss, but a gift of presence reclaimed. You don't need to control everything to find peace. You simply need to choose what you allow in. And over time, the silence beneath the noise begins to rise. Focus becomes natural, not forced. Awareness becomes steady, not strained. You start living not from reaction, but from intention. In this way, letting go of distractions is not about doing less. It's about being more fully in what you're doing. In today's overstimulated world, distractions are no longer the exception, they are the norm. Every moment, our attention is pulled in countless directions. Buzzing phones, unread emails, unfinished tasks, and the endless stream of thoughts in our minds. The result? A scattered mind, a restless heart, and a deep disconnection from the present moment. But Buddhism teaches us that peace isn't found in a quieter world. It's found in a quieter mind. One of the most profound teachings on focus comes from a story shared in the Buddhist tradition. A disciple once asked the Buddha how to cultivate unwavering concentration. In response, the Buddha handed him a bowl filled to the brim with water and asked him to walk through a bustling marketplace without spilling a single drop. The disciple did exactly as told and returned without a spill. When asked what he had seen along the way, the disciple answered, "Nothing. I saw only the water." This story holds a timeless truth. When our focus is total, distractions dissolve on their own. It's not about fighting distractions. It's about redirecting our full presence to what matters most in that moment. Letting go of distractions begins with awareness. What pulls you away from presence? Is it the constant urge to check your phone? A cluttered environment? The noise of self-criticism looping in your mind? Once we become conscious of our distractions, we can begin to gently remove or reduce them, not through force, but with intention. Start small. Silence your notifications. Clear your workspace. Set a boundary around your time. Breathe deeply before starting something important. Each small act of letting go creates space for stillness to arise. And as we practice this, something shifts. We begin to realize how much lighter life feels when we're not constantly divided. The mind, once noisy and fractured, grows still. And in that stillness, we find clarity, not because the world changed, but because we did. Letting go isn't losing. It's choosing what to hold with care. As we gently arrive at the close of this journey into cultivating a calm and focused mind, we are not left with more thoughts to carry, but with a quieter presence to embody. The three timeless practices we've explored, mindful breathing, letting go of distractions, and embracing stillness, are not abstract spiritual ideals reserved for monasteries or retreats. They are practical, living tools, available to each of us, wherever we are right now. In a world that constantly demands our attention and rewards our exhaustion, to slow down, even for a moment, is not just restorative, it is revolutionary. Mindful breathing is where this transformation begins. With each inhale, we root ourselves in the now. With each exhale, we soften our grip on stress, fear, and the future. The breath becomes a thread, leading us home to ourselves again and again. Letting go of distractions is the courageous act of remembering what matters most. It is saying no to the noise that pulls us in every direction, and yes to clarity, simplicity, and presence. Not every voice deserves our energy. Not every thought needs to become a truth. When we step back, internally and externally, we find that what remains is often more than enough. And then, there is stillness, the rarest of gifts in a world addicted to motion. Stillness is not emptiness. It is fullness without chaos. It is the space where thoughts settle, where the heart becomes audible, and where the essence of life reveals itself quietly. These practices, simple, subtle, powerful, do not require silence or sanctuaries. They begin in the everyday, in the breath between words, in the pause before reacting, in the quiet decision to be present. Peace was never something to be chased. It was never lost. It lives just beneath the noise, waiting for us to notice. And with each conscious breath, with each act of letting go, we come a little closer, not to escape the world, but to meet it fully, with open awareness and a quiet mind. So walk slowly. Speak softly. Breathe deeply. Live gently. And let stillness become your truest teacher.